Israeli Ambassador to Nigeria, Freeman The Israeli Ambassador to Nigeria, Freeman, has clarified that Israel's proposed support for the protection of Christian communities in Nigeria is a collaborative effort based on intelligence sharing and cooperation with the Nigerian government. Appearing in an interview with Arise News on Monday, Freeman addressed the global reaction to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's recent announcement of an eighth front against radical Islamist violence. He emphasized that the initiative is intended to support persecuted communities while fully respecting Nigeria's national sovereignty. What Prime Minister Netanyahu said, and it was very clear, was that he wants to make sure that all those persecuted around the world, and he highlighted Christians around the world, not only in Nigeria, that it is important to do what Israel can, Freeman stated. This is about working with Nigeria. It is not about working against Nigeria. It is working with them as a partner and as an ally. The ambassador highlighted that the primary vehicle for this cooperation would be intelligence sharing, aimed at curbing violence affecting all Nigerians, not unilateral action. He has emphasized the issue of intelligence sharing and working in that area, and certainly that is the area we'll be looking to work with the Nigerian government to see where we can work together to stop the attacks against Christians, Muslims and all Nigerians. Our interest is to work with Nigeria to stop all the violence in this country. We would be led by the Nigerian government to where we can work and partner, because this is very much about working with an ally and doing things to tackle insecurity as a whole within the country, Freeman said. When questioned on whether formal diplomatic channels had been opened with President Bola Tinubu's administration following the Prime Minister's speech, Freeman maintained a level of diplomatic discretion. Any communication behind the scenes will obviously remain behind the scenes. When you're dealing with intelligence, it's not something you talk about publicly, because that would undermine the entire purpose, Freeman said. The ambassador also pushed back against suggestions that the move was a calculated play for broader geopolitical leverage. He pointed to Israel's internal record as evidence of their genuine commitment to religious freedom, saying, "Prime Minister Netanyahu spoke about Christians across the world, not only in Nigeria." And he highlighted the fact that Israel is the only country in the Middle East where the Christian population is growing, thriving and has complete freedom of worship. Netanyahu, in a recent announcement in Florida, declared a new front aimed at protecting Christian communities in the Middle East and Africa from what he described as growing global threats. The PM said this after meeting with U.S. President Donald Trump and other top officials to discuss the situations in Gaza and the West Bank, as well as the simmering conflicts with Iran and the Hezbollah terror group in Lebanon, the Times of Israel reported. Israel's proposal comes amid reported U.S. airstrikes against terrorist groups in northwest Nigeria on Christmas Day, in fulfillment of Trump's military intervention promised to stop alleged Christian persecution in the country.